Bewildered, Torgon trekked the rugged shoreline until rocks became pebbles, and thereafter sand stretched beneath his fur-wrapped feet. The sandy beach drew Torgon along to come upon curious brightly painted dwellings stretching a neat line upon a stone wall so smooth it struck him as unnatural and worthy of suspicion. Calling out brought no reply from the odd dwellings, and the night grew chill with a brisk sea breeze. There was nothing for it but to charge through one of the flimsy wooden doors. Therein Torgon saw nothing of note and no obvious danger, so he laid down his fur cloak, placed his great axe beside it, and after removing his horned helm, lay down to sleep. "Good morning," Torgon startled awake, great axe instinctively in his grasp, thrusting forward. "Who be you? The necromancer in disguise?" he boomed. "Necro what?" said the wizened woman before him. "Oh my, no, I'm not into that sort of thing." She waved her free hand and stepped back from the splintered yellow door. "Then speak your name and intention, crone," Torgon said, narrowing his eyes and lowering his great axe ever so slightly. "First, put that blooming thing down," said the old woman, gesturing to his axe. "Secondly," she said, placing a hand on her hip, "the name's Agnes, and this is my beach hut. So we'll have none of this crone business, or more of, well, Agnes. That clear?" Torgon raised a nicked eyebrow. "I am not accustomed to being spoken to in such a manner," he said, lowering his axe. "Though I sense much strength and command in you, tell me, Agnes, be you some master of arcane arts?" Agnes's eyes seemed to be searching his words for meaning for a moment until she finally answered, "Well, I'm owner and manager of a tea-room, if that's what you mean." "What is tea-room?" said Torgon, settling a little more. "What?" said Agnes, confusion in her eyes. She looked him up and down with a puzzled frown. "You a foreigner? Not from round here?" "Tea-room," she repeated louder and slower. "Here," she said, rummaging around in the shiny bag she was holding. She pulled out a translucent box which she promptly opened with a click-clack and presented to him. "They're called Fairycakes." Torgon regarded the pink and silvery offering for a moment, then huffed. "I will not consume such beings of magia," he said, holding up a battle-gnarled hand. "You take me for a fool? Do you wish to curse me, witch?" "Witch means crone, and crone means witch, and I'll be referred to as neither," said Agnes, withdrawing the fancy iced cakes from his reach. "Believe in fairies, do you?" she said, after what seemed a considered pause. "Well, these treats here contain no such magical creatures, that I can assure you. It's just what they're called, is all." Her eyes creased, almost disappearing in a smile. Narrowing his eyes and cocking his head, Torgon measured this feisty, stout woman of floral dress and commanding tongue. "Just take one," she said, offering the tub once more. Torgon took a pink confection between thumb and finger and scrutinized it. After a cautious eyeballing, sniff, and a perfunctory lick, he deemed the offering to contain no poison or magia he knew of, and bit into it. His weathered lips spread into a smile, and his eyes widened. "Good?" said Agnes. Torgon nodded. Good," he mumbled as he quaffed the rest. "Such sweetness! I can feel energy coursing through my very being." "With what enchanted substance is this sustenance imbued?" Agnes took a moment to muddle through Torgon's words. Sugar," she said, handing him another, which he promptly took. "Sugar?" said Torgon, as he eyed the second treat. "And you have more in your bag of magia?" "Magia? You mean magic?" Agnes looked at the bag she'd placed on the floor. "Oh, it's not magic, though there's a good bit of magic in here." She produced a silver cylinder and from it poured a steaming liquid into 2 red cups. "Here, Torgon took the small cup in his hands once he'd freed them of cake.
These vessels,
he said, studying the red plastic cup,
are of a material of the likes I've never beheld.